Barry Smith, Grimsby Town are much fancied. They're tipping themselves for promotion, but they've not played a team as highly ranked at the moment as Aldershot Town. So, as ever, the team can go to Grimsby with lots of optimism.
We know it's going to be a tough game against Grimsby. They are, one of the teams that you would expect to be up there at the end of the season. But we can go there with a wee bit of confidence given the past couple of results and performances throughout the season.
And in contrast, Aldershot Town have mixed it with some of the best teams in the division and come out stronger, I suppose. Are you happy with where the team is at the moment in performances and points tally?
Well, I think you always want more points on board, just like anyone else. We want to be winning more games, but given the performances and given the last few results, we know we're heading in the right direction. And as I said, we can go there positively, given the past couple of results.
Grimsby are top scorers at the moment, but they've also got most shots off target and I think most offsides as well. So plenty of attacks, but it suggests that some of them are slightly wayward.
Yeah, well, you've got to be very wary. They've got good players and they've got experience in there. They got the playoff final last year, so we know we'll have to be very wary of them. But by the same token, we've got to take care of what we want to do, and we want to go there in a positive fashion, and create chances and score goals ourselves.
They've also not kept a clean sheet this season. At the moment, you must feel that your strikers, at least one, probably two, are going to score every game.
Well, we want to be creating chances, as I said, and if we go there and we create chances, if they've not kept a clean sheet, then hopefully we get out on the score sheet. But it's every game's taken differently. They'll be looking to be more defensively tight, I would imagine. But it's up to us to break that down and score goals.
All of these stats about Grimsby, I suppose, as ever, it comes down to it's more important what your team does than the opposition. That's what you worry about most.
Yeah, as I've said all along, we've got to respect the opposition, and we always do that. We give them the utmost respect, and we know Grimsby are a good team. But I think it's more important to concentrate on what we're going to do and how we're going to win the game, because we've got to go there, and try and win the game.
And the away form has been good. Goals and solid defence, that's a pleasing combination away from home particularly.
Yeah, we've had a clean sheet at Guiseley, clean sheet at Cheltenham, and we come back from 1-0 down against Braintree, which is, it showed the fight spirit that the team has. But we have been defensively solid, and we'll go to Grimsby and look to do the same and get in the score sheet on the other end.
You said it already, the ambition is to win the game.
Yeah, we're going to every game want to win it, and Grimsby's no different, and we want to go there and be positive. I think that's the way our team plays. When they're at their best, it's going and being positive going forward, and we'll go to Grimsby and do the exact same thing.
There's no notion of thinking Grimsby is a difficult game, let's be slightly more compact and hope for a draw?
No, well, as you've said, we've been tight defensively away from home. We do know that Grimsby are a major threat in the league, but I think if you sit back and wait for something to happen, then you draw pressure on yourself. So we'll have to go there and be positive.
And there's already competition for places. Are you hoping that Rhys Brown will return from Antigua in time?
He should be back in time, but given the distance that he's travelled, and then we're travelling again up to Grimsby, it might just be too much for him at this point to say whether he'll be involved or not. We'd love him to be involved, but we'll have to make sure that if he's he's going to play or be in the bench, that he's fit enough to do so, and we'll make that decision once he's not back until later on today. So we'll have to make a decision on him because we're travelling tomorrow.
And any further developments on other injuries? Sam Hatton has been out for a prolonged period.
Well, Sam and Damon both trained all week, so they'll be back involved in the squad, and we'll just see how things pan out from there. But no other injuries, which is pleasing. Everyone seems to be coming back, apart from Sean and Joe, who are a wee bit more long term.
But they're on schedule to return as planned.
Yeah, I mean they're probably at the moment ahead of schedule, but there's going to be you know, maybe you don't know whether there's going to be setbacks just because they're doing so well at the moment, and we'll just allow them to take whatever time it takes. We'll take that time. You know, we're not going to rush them back in when we've got what we think is a good squad.